Hello, I'm Arlo Horner, certified hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner at novexmentis.com. Today's video is going to be on basic tonality and delivery. And when it comes to tonality and delivery, the kind of effect that you're looking for is the same thing that a great storyteller has when they tell a really compelling story that draws you in. One of the things that you want to keep in mind is to draw the meaning out of your words. If you're talking about passion, then you can say something really flatly. You could say, I'm really passionate about sailing, for example. And, you know, people will understand what you mean when you say something like that, but the meaning comes across much more clearly and much more deeply when you say it with more passion in your voice. One thing that I'm really passionate about is sailing. You see the difference when you hear those things, and that's really just the tip of the iceberg. If you look at any kind of public speaker or great storyteller, you'll see that they use their tone of voice. It's a lot more than just the words that you say. It's also the way that you say them. And you can practice infusing words with different kinds of tonality. One of the things that I like to do is, you know, you can, when you're first learning this, you can practice by infusing a lot of different kinds of tonality into just basic words. Like, take something like watermelon and see how many different emotions you can convey just by saying the word watermelon in different kinds of tonality. It's really easy to illustrate this principle with, say, sarcasm. In sarcasm, you're saying something that the words would mean one thing, but when you add the sarcastic tonality, you reverse the meaning completely. I know you see what I mean there. You also notice that I use my facial expression too, and that's another important aspect of delivery that you can employ to your benefit when dealing with people. Another aspect of tonality that I'd like to talk about is the difference between a question or a statement or a command. And it may be a little bit subtle to pick up on at first, but when you use a command, you're using a dropping tonality. Your tone of voice actually gets lower and lower as you continue speaking. And this happens mostly at the end of the phrase. You can ask someone a question with a command tonality to make them interpret it more as a command, or you can say something that seems to be in agreement with someone, with a questioning tonality, and simultaneously invoke a questioning aspect in their mind. For example, you could say, is the door open? And that's like a question, but it's what we call a conversational postulate. And if the door is in fact open, someone will be more inclined to shut it. If you use a command tonality on that exact same statement, is the door open, it makes someone even more inclined to actually go ahead and close the door. And you can work these tonalities into basically anything you're saying, any kind of statement that you'd like someone to respond to more fully. In addition to tonality and expression, another important aspect of delivery is in the pacing of your statements. Because when you know how to pause in just the right way, you can draw someone in more completely to what you're saying. And you build a lot of interest and what we call response potential, which makes someone more inclined to respond to you in a meaningful way. There are a lot of ways you can use this. If you're talking about something that's really exciting, then you might want to really get your pace up and draw someone into the excitement of the moment of what you're talking about as if it's happening right now. Or you can use a much calmer, slower, deeper kind of tonality for introspection, reflection, consideration of the information that you're absorbing as you listen to someone speak. Because these aspects are actually much more important than the words that you say. Choosing the right words is to some degree important, but having a powerful delivery makes all the difference in the world. You can even, over time, begin to convey a sense of giving someone an idea how to respond to you just with your tonality alone, as you become better and better at using these techniques. And that really becomes a sort of anchoring process where just by saying something completely neutral with the appropriate tone of voice, you can help someone be more inclined to respond to you in a certain way. All of these things together will drastically improve the way that people respond to you.